My name's Lacy. I'm the owner of So Nice Cleaning based out of Baltimore, Maryland. We're a premier cleaning company servicing the 295 corridor, and we're like a boutique cleaning service for office buildings, both small and large in the area. We also do the interior of residential edifices like upscale condominiums and apartments, corridors and things of that nature. I'm a single mom, and I've always worked 2 jobs. And my son was getting older. I just felt like I needed to be home and in the evenings. So a friend of mine suggested cleaning. So I started advertising myself, and I started cleaning for upscale homes. And went into an office building one day, and I noticed that the just wasn't clean. I didn't feel like the care and concern had been given to it. And so I asked, who cleans here? And so they said, why, do you know of a cleaning company? And so I said, yeah. And I said, I have one. I didn't have a cleaning company. I had business cards, and I knew how to clean. So she said, well, great, send us a proposal. So I said, okay. Went home, did the proposal, and they called me in next week and accepted my proposal. That day, she said, just make sure by the end of the week you get your certificate of insurance along with your incorporation papers to us. I was like, I just remember if I'm, I just said, oh, okay, sure, I'll have this to you. So I went out to the car and I was like, okay, certificate of insurance. I know what that means. I have to get insurance. Yes, I have to do that. So then I ended up Googling where to get, my business certification papers and incorporate my business. And the next day I took off work and I went down to the state building and started my business. So I'm from West Philadelphia, born and raised. Growing up, I saw my grandfather own his own business. My grandfather actually started his entrepreneurial endeavors by selling lingerie out of the trunk of his car. And that's how he got the name Mr. Silk. He would sell, silk underwear and lingerie to the ladies at the time. And he worked for the post office. But he ended up saving his money and opening up a nightclub, Mr. Silk's on 52nd Street. So watching him and my grandmother, because my grandmother was a very big part of Mr. Silk's, he ended up buying the building next door and expanding it and calling it the Virginian Room. My grandmother's name was Virginia. So watching that, I saw that there was a sense of pride with them having their own business. They worked very hard. Unbeknownst to me, it is something that I fell into. I knew I wanted to do something independently. I thought that I wanted to own a nonprofit, and I think now that I'm doing this, I can so see myself still moving in that way. I feel like, a social responsibility. Every business should have a portion of that business should go to social responsibility. So I will say that I've been in business for 5 years, but currently we have been given our accreditation from the Better Business Bureau. We're really proud of that. That's something, our reputation is basically how I've grown this business and want to continue to grow. We service the Family League building down in Baltimore on 23rd at Charles. We service Strong City, Baltimore on Johns Hopkins campus. We service La Banque de Fleuve and Havre de Grace. We also service a host of different property management companies. BCH Property Management is one of the companies that we provide services to. The quality services that we provide are absolutely paramount. So right now I have, I say 8 employees because I have 2 new employees starting with this new project that I have coming up. But all of my employees, they go through not only just background checks, but I really do get to know them. And out of those employees, I only have 1 supervisory position. My son holds that position right now.
I'm the supervisor here at So Nice Cleaning. My mom owns the company. She owns So Nice Cleaning. She thought I was responsible enough to take on the position. I wasn't always the supervisor. I've already had a decent work ethic before I started the supervisor position, but now that I'm in the supervisor position, it just kind of puts the pressure, well, not the pressure, but the responsibility on you to, take care of things. You're the one that has to make sure that other people are doing their job right, and you have to do your job right because nobody's checking behind you. I'm so proud of her, like, that she's built it to where it is now. It just means, in a weird way, not even a weird way, sort of like a legacy, kind of, something that my mom's leaving behind, even if I don't decide that I want to keep, running it after she's gone or whatever happens. I mean, to me, it means family. It's my mom's business, so it means a lot.
It means everything to have my son work for me. It means everything because I'm giving him an opportunity to make money and to see what it's like to be an entrepreneur. He sees the hard work in it, but it gives him another avenue if that's what he desires. This challenge that I'm having right now is access to working capital that's just sitting there. So we're currently looking to grow and expand, and this Kiva loan would help a great deal. It'll help with materials and supplies for new projects and new contracts that would come our way, payroll expenses, and just to have that working capital right there. Not having that working capital is, I wouldn't say stopping, but it's definitely slowing down the process of growing the business the way that I'd like. And we also want to be able to expand for state and federal business as well. We have a very high morale here. I don't pay any of my employees minimum wage. Everyone gets paid above a minimum wage. And they also get bonuses for attendance and when I don't get any complaints or anything like that for corrections. The difference with my company, as opposed to like larger franchises and things like that, are when you have franchises, they have these regional supervisors and things that come around and check. Here, you have me. People spend more waking hours at work in an environment with way more people than they would at home. And it's really important for things to be cleaned. It keeps people well, it keeps production at business good, and cleaning is important. And doing it well and with detail is important as well.